Okay, so let's go over real quick today's trade recap. I ended up taking a long on YM, which ended up being a win. And that was the only trade for me today. So as of today, I have bullish bias. Pretty much is this because it's a C2 and an expansion candle as well. So C2 into expansion, right? So I can expect continuation. I was bullish on all assets, right? And I was probably gonna ideally my target for the day would have been this previous day's high. Well, again, if we displace through it, if you have a small wick, I'll be willing to trade even higher, right? Which on my end would be this draw, which we actually stopped a couple points before reaching. But again, I only need the direction. I personally only trade a 2-hour system, and we'll go about why it ended up being 1.5 hour today. Which I think it's fine. And so yeah, I had a bullish bias. Oh my god. Anyways, so I had a bullish bias for today. Let's go with the hourly. The day opens, it's in the low of the day, ideally inside this 4-hour gap, which is ideal, right? So it's a very small wick on the daily. Okay, you see, do I have this? Okay, actually, I'm do this perfect. Okay, there is. Okay. Great. All right, so the daily wick is very, very small. That's exactly what I want to trade higher, right? Then what do we get? Decoupling during market open. NQ, NES drop lower, right? Well, YM expands and then retraces here. I'll explain why I believe this is a retracement because what we did is we take out this failure swing and left this right here, right? We take out this. These are very close proximity to each other, so this to me is a failure swing. This is a daily swing point. So we should not reverse from a failure swing. It just doesn't make any sense, right? If you're truly gonna be bearish, we probably would just like push a little bit and then reverse right away, right? But what do? We have BSP here, which is the hourly candle. We have an hourly gap. I think I was looking, there's also like this 30-minute gap. It's pretty much like the same, yeah. And so inside of this, so this hourly is a PSP. And then what do we see ES and NQ do? They start reversing. We get 10, okay, 30-minute. Look at this close, right? This is 10. They start reversing. Now, this could be a retracement. It could definitely be, right? But I personally trusted this to go higher because this SMT was holding and QES were displacing higher. Not only that, we had RTY being even stronger than YM, this is an all-time high, so there's no draw. That's why I didn't trade RTY personally, but yeah, it's being even stronger, right? It retraces. There's even SMT fill here. I mean, not SMT between these two, I believe. See, I think it's 10, then 30. See, no, not mine. Oh no, actually, it's just this, right? Well, 9:30, 10. There is. No, it was the one I actually did put it on. Well, where like it doesn't really matter. Just like this is expanding, right? That's the whole basis of this. And so I want to trade YM because it has an open draw. We left vertically equalize and whatever. That's very weird, but it's a good draw for tomorrow, I guess. So we do it. Grab and fill this gap with SMT. And the thing is, when I get this close, I'm pretty confident that ES and NQ were also CSD higher, if I remember correctly. So, okay, and ES CSD hit this, and it's about to get this, right? But on the 3-minute, we have this one. A mistake there is. Actually, it hasn't happened yet. All right, you can clearly see we are displacing away from these lows, even though there's a bunch of failure swings. So if we get this CSD, just looking at yes, if you get this CSD, what is next? This high, right? Because we had the deep retracement, and is opening low first. If we get this CSD, we're probably gonna go higher. So having said that, then I expect this SMT to hold because I'm seeing ES that's like this. NQ is the weakest, so I don't really care. So here, what I personally do is I enter market and I put my stop here, and I target 2R. Now, why do I enter market and not get the retest? Because this overall is marginal liquidity, and I can get 2R prior to that. So what ends up happening here is we're entering this trade, it expands, and we get very close to my TP. Then we get this deep of retracement, and we get this, right? So you can see it's very close to my TP, and this is like super bulky candle. Like if I was trading continuation here, I would trade one stop here. Okay. What I end up doing is I don't know. Perhaps it's a mistake. Perhaps it's not. I didn't really like how we were just very sluggishly moving higher, right? Just very slow move, copy, right? This is supposed to be the stronger asset. So what I end up doing is I marked out EQ of this. I mean, not EQ, it's mean threshold. And I put my stop there. Because ideally what we do here is exactly like with this candle, yeah. Ideally what we do is barely tap this and we just keep expanding here. Just like there's no need to get an even deeper retracement than this, right? This is also trading inside of these opposing candles. I do see this being protected and I would like to see this just expand. But of course, like I get stopped out and then it does. It would have hit 2R right there. So I lose out on a bit of profit. And yeah, I'm trying to do this type of stuff. And I was very confident in this draw overall. But yeah, just seeing ES. I mean, mainly RTY. Let's go over RTY. You can see RTY is just it looks like a retracement, but it is very weak. And so we also have NQ and ES very slowly. You see like it just consolidating here. So I mean said that I wanted to protect profits because I am building a buffer on my funded account. So that's the reasoning. Overall, I almost never do this. What I could have done is put my stop here, but at that point, this would have been a 1 hour trade. So, yeah, I should probably just let it hit DP. Like I said, I was confident this high, and as you can see, it does actually end up hitting. Again, we get another deeper retracement, and it does deliver eventually. We actually don't deliver that, which is crazy, but yeah. I mean, so that's the trade recap. That's the reasoning. The reasoning is I am not seeing a whole lot of volume here, and I would like to see a clean expansion higher. So overall, in a clean expansion, this bulky, beefy candles should be respected. Now, in fact, we do respect them, right? We do tap the mean threshold, but we don't close below it. So that's my mistake. I should probably just add it here. I my stop loss here, and yeah, or just closed here. I don't know. For 1 AR. But yeah, overall, this was the trade. I gotta get better at managing my trade. That's mostly what I've been struggling with, and also trading the correct asset. But yeah, just demanding this type of stuff, right? Like this is like extremely textbook. So we leave relatively equalized. We pretty deep retracement, I gotta say, but that's the only gap we have here. That's like the only gap, right? So if we're, I mean, there's only 30 minute an hour, that's the, like, there, if we're gonna go higher, it's all gonna be off of this gap or SMT fill with this gap. We don't get SMT fill, but we do fill the gap and we have SMT with this low, right? So I see this V shape, right? I just assume we're gonna go for this, and I was right. That's the whole trade idea, and it's extremely simple, man. I don't know. This logic is quite unmatched. I'll be completely honest. Also, I didn't trade the 3 minute because I really didn't like this. So you could probably trade this. I mean, so since we're in such a deep retracement here, I didn't want to trade this reversal. Because I kind of do consider this a reversal. So for continuations, I would take this type of trade. But if I'm looking to the left, like this would be another reversal here. So I didn't trade this CSD. And I was like, okay, I see we have proportion block, we don't get it. We get it on the 5 minute, I can just trade this 5 minute here. Very simple. I don't demand the retest because, again, I don't need the retest here in this case because marginal liquidity. Now let's go over actually yesterday, because I ended up not taking any trades. It was like extremely clean expansion, which is also why I was eager to, well, not, I mean, I was eager to try my stall because I wanted to see this being hit really swiftly. And or because like most of the time, this is just from my experience backtesting. Most of the time, whenever we leave all these failure swings like this, like Like I would literally love to see like this low being taken out, something like this. Like really takes out this low, then I would definitely trust it for this to hit because like we just manipulated. But no, what we're doing, we're just leaving furious swings here. Actually, you do end up manipulating here, but whenever like you have to keep in mind that my stop loss is at break even. Well, at this point, let's see. So I enter here market. That would be my stop loss. So my stop loss is at break even once you get even these opposing candles here. See once we retrace and start displacing higher, even here, or this. Ideally, in the face of expansion, we should not go and hit this, right? So when I see this, and I keep seeing these small moves up, small moves up, what we're doing is just generating lows, right? Sometimes what we do is we end up purging these lows, retrace inside a 50-minute gap, which was unfilled here. There is like these are equal lows, and that would probably stall me out, right? So I know that most of the time that happens, especially if this is supposed to be a stronger asset. Now this is not clean expansion though. So yeah, I was basing this off of like my discretion and my understanding that most of the time we might even leave this open like that if it's not very intentional here. We might just get a deeper retracement, stuff like this, because strength switch, right? This could happen. Like this is not being very strong. Strength switch could happen, and then you get stopped out break even. Yeah, I'm trying to build a buffer, so no, I was trying to avoid that. But let's go over yesterday. So and I initially had a bearish bias for yesterday because of this close. But once we take the previous low and we actually start displacing, we even get failure to manipulate, but I didn't need that. I just need a 15-minute, 30-minute gap as a continuation, right? And I think we did have SMT fill here actually, if I'm not mistaken. It's one of these. All right, there is SMT fill. There's. And so here, I actually did try and long the CSD. And I tried to limit order this because this is the highest point of the day. I don't know how much we're gonna be able to expand. This is a very large wick on this 6 a.m. I was not expecting yesterday to be such a large expansion day. In fact, yesterday we expanded like what is this? I think it was like, let's see. How many points? Like almost 1,000 points. Whereas today, from the lowest point to the highest, that's half of it. So yeah. So I was not expecting this. I mean, I think most people weren't, be completely honest. But yeah, so very clean expansion here. I had set my limit order here for this SMT fill. I was stressing this OB. And yeah, unfortunately, it ended up not playing out. And I was not expecting such a large expansion, right? Because we're trading a C2. So ideally, with a C2 that's a large wick, we want to trade like the high of the day or to the opening price. Since we failed to manipulate this with very little retracement, I can expect higher prices, but I don't know if we have enough volume to get to this high. So what do I want to do? I want to position myself so that even pretty much midway to this high, I might TP. Because what if you just start doing this, all right? This is, I think in my opinion, it's a way higher probability trade than just longing this close, which is very unfortunate. So 1 minute right gives me 2 hours there. I was personally not expecting this, so I didn't enter market. Very simple. I was trying to get, and this is also the highest point of the day, so I was just trying to get a little bit of better feel. Right, this is just failure to manipulate. I can expect this, but I was not expecting such a clean expansion. I'll be honest. The PA we've been having. Yeah. So it was that, and there was this on RTY. Go over yesterday. I was looking at RTY here. Oh wait, let me go. There it is. So I was looking at this CSD. There's also 5 minute here. I'll go over in a second. And I wanted to enter off of the CSD because it's like this is literally 9 a.m. open. It's like so good. If we, I even said it. We manipulate this low SMT here. We're still keeping this SMT, but I don't remember what. I think it's YM probably. Yeah, it's definitely YM. We just saw it. I was so ready to long this. But yeah, very unfortunate. Just RTY left these highs, right? The new week opening up, and this high right here. It's just like such clean drawn liquidity. This is super low resistance. With this SMT, why I'm ripping, right? So unfortunately here, you cannot log this. There's like no way. What I could have done though is definitely, but I didn't. So this is probably my mistake. Is I could have definitely just asked for 2R with this high or above with this high, and I would have actually gotten filled very close to the CSD. That's kind of deep retracement, but yeah. And yeah, I didn't. We did get this 5 minute. Oh, this 5 minute is so small. I really don't like it. Like if at this point, if I was trying to trade this, I'd rather like long here. But I didn't do that because that would have been the first CSD. So yeah, prior to Java, I was kind of demand 2 or like a 15 minute. But yeah, very clean expansion. Was not expecting and got left out. But that's part of the job. That will happen. Can't really do anything. I did my job correctly, right? Setting my limit order, understanding where price was likely to expand, aligning myself with expansion, and then if price wanted to fill my order and then deliver, good. If it didn't want to do that, then it's fine. I did my job correctly. That's all I gotta do. So yeah, I mean, this is gonna be it for today. Fairly clean. I have to start managing my position a little bit better, but yeah. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another backtesting session.